It's another test drive here at Maple Motors. Look at this teal green 1966 Ford Mustang. Letting her warm up. She got that 289. Let's hit her with a... There we go. Kick that choke down. That was pretty good. 3-speed. Is it a 3-speed? Is this a 4-speed? Let me look. Showing 4-speed. I guess we'll take her down the road. Pop's put 3-speed up there. Pat, is that correct? 3-speed with a 4-speed shifter? I'm gonna try it out. We're gonna find out here. Make sure he ain't wrong. Of course, by the end of the test drive, I'll point out anything. I'll figure anything out I can on this car, so you know what you get. There's 100 detailed pictures, financing, shipping, all available, maplemotors.com. And I learned these cars with you, as you could tell. So I noticed the window was off on this one too. She's like a little wobbly, so I had to help her down. For now, hit subscribe. It's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Well, the good thing is I went ahead and did the walk around before I left because I knew it was gonna rain. We're driving this one in the rain. This is not a $50,000 car. This one's seen rain before. I'm not scared to drive it in the rain. So we're gonna look around the interior. Headliner, it's got a little rip there. It's got a hole over here. Overall, it's not bad. I almost wouldn't change it out over that. I just patch it. That's my opinion. Obviously. Little wrinkles on the door panel there. You can see it's missing the armrest too. It doesn't look like the window's all the way up. Oh no. It's got a little bit of a gap there. This one, turn the key and look, it didn't do nothing. But there's a button. It does start up well. That's for sure. Engine temperature works, it's coming up. Showing 29,000 miles. Of course, I can't stand behind mileage in an old car like this because anything can change. Trying to see if the oil pressure gauge actually works. Fords are a little bit slow to coming up and down, but that one doesn't look like it moved at all. Now, I'll let you know if that changes. We do have a tank of gas. Same thing though. Does it work? I don't know. Wipers, I need them, so I'm hoping they work, and it looks like it. Turn signals, blinking, both sides, blower motor. Not gonna have any AC. Just seeing if it blows, and it doesn't seem like it does. So the blower motor needs help. I don't know how to cut this on. Let's see. That is the power button. It shows it. And it's not cutting on, so the radio's not working. Oh, no glove box. But the light works. I guess that's for the bottom here. I noticed the clutch pedal. Watch this. See how slow it is to come back? It needs a better spring. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works? A little bit loose there, but does it work? Nope. I would have bet it didn't work either. Well, I guess we're going to hit the road and do a rainy day test drive. Let's see what we can find. Okay, now like I always tell people, I seen a comment the other day, and I was just telling people on the porch, they come in person when they got a car from us, but watch to the end of the video. This car's got some Bondo and stuff in it. I want you to check that out. I think this is a 3-speed. Pretty positive. It's just got a 4-speed knob in it. Let's see. Yeah, 3-speed. But it's got Bondo in it, and I want you to watch all the way to the end. I've had multiple customers promise that they watched all the way to the end. They get the car and they'll say, "Oh, I didn't know it had this Bondo in it." You guys seen my videos, right? I show everything. I'm not scared to show you any rust Bondo. I just want you to be happy. Here we go. I'm not used to doing rainy day test drives. The clutch is got a spring on it, but it's not bouncing back super fast. And you know what? This one does go straight down the road. Look at that clutch pedal. I need a good spring for it. I might even have one at the lot. This is straight as can be. I kind of feel like that oil pressure gauge works. Reasoning is it came up a little bit. It's a little over halfway now. The speedometer is not doing a thing. Got a little bit of slack in the steering, but it's turning there and it's turning there, so I'd say it's fine. I was gonna try the brakes, but I got somebody that sped up on me and they're on my bumper right now, and I don't want to do that to them, so. Okay. Yeah, brakes feel fine. I'm trying to get him off my bumper so that I can actually try it. We'll cut through here. Now the clutch definitely needs a spring because I have to wait for it to come off the floor. Yeah, it's weird. A little wet out here, so just tapping the throttle, you can kick the tires. Okay. Yeah, let's try those brakes. Hold on. That's stopping plenty good. That's good. Vitals, engine temperature actually came down since we got to moving. Oil pressure gauge, I guess it is working because it was a little bit higher when we were going down the road, and now it's a little bit below halfway. I assume that means it's working. Turn off our wipers. Let's get some outside shots. We'll get some undercarriage shots, and I did picking out the flaws before it started raining so we can really see this body. Now this body on this one had a little bit of rust on top of the fender there, and had a lot of Bondo in the back quarters. But I'm here to show you that stuff, and I'll be back. Okay, it's time to roll. Maybe I should open a vent window. It's getting a little steamy up in here from the rain, I guess. There we go. Still got our passenger window up. Let's try to roll it down. I haven't even, wow, it rolls down nice. A lot better than the driver window. The driver window's a little loose and you have to help it, as you can see. Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and get out of here. No seat belts in this one too, guys. Waiting on that clutch. Honestly, a good opinion on this one. It actually runs and drives good. A nice spring on the clutch. We're good. Just need something to pull it back faster. Let's see. I gotta make sure this camera mic's on here. There we go. All right, does it sound any better? I mean, coming on down, yeah. A little bit of slack there, as you can see. The engine temperature's way on down, and we was in the parking lot shooting back and forth. It never got hot. That's great. I do believe the gauges are working. I mean, it looks like the gas gauges came down a little bit, and we've been out riding around 30-45 minutes. Got a nice little bump in the road coming up here. Bumps right here. Suspension's okay. It didn't feel bad at all. Tire spinner. Getting in our brakes, they feel pretty good. So we'll go ahead and get turned around here. Coming on back through the back side of Brian's Motorsports. If you like custom vehicles, wheels, tires, parts, accessories, lift kits, interiors, stereo systems, pretty much anything custom that you could do to your ride, this is the guy. What in the world? Look at that Denali. It's a pretty epic truck. But yeah, a lot of people will buy cars from us and then come down here and buy a custom set of wheels for their car and then get it shipped. Brakes are kind of squeaky now. Look at me. First time I killed it. There we go. Hey, I did pretty good with this sneaky clutch. Once you let off of it, you gotta wait for it to come and then it'll pop off the floor there, I've noticed. Yeah, but yeah, briansmotorsports.com, and look at that, he's getting a nice sign up there. I like that sign. It looks pretty good. Yeah, without a spring, it's definitely difficult to take off on a hill. But it'll be all right. Well, I don't think I'm gonna get any more test drives done today. I'm gonna go in and build this video for you. Picking out the flaws is very important. I say this to everyone. It's not to get the views all the way through. I mean, obviously I like that, but it's also so you know everything about the car. If you're gonna buy something from us, I do highly suggest watching the whole video and then asking questions after. That way you get the full story. Be sure to hit subscribe, share. I appreciate you watching. Maple Motors. Picking out the flaws, starting in the front. So you got pitting right there in your front emblem. Grill's a little hazy there. This side's got some dings. We're pitting on the chrome. The chrome's kind of peeling off. Chips, a bit hazy on the chrome there, chips here. Behind that bumper, just the paint job's not that great in the front. You got a little rust popping up on top. Chips. Chips on the edge. Tires look good up and over the fender. Hazy spots. Scuffs. Down this lower portion, chips on the edge of the door. Chip here. Light pitting. See, the line's not perfect either. Definitely had some work. Coming around the side. Scuff there. Midsection. It's kind of blotchy in the paint. Handle looks new. It's on the top little spot there. Chip. Chips on top here. I already showed those spots. Run over the top side of the fender. Some holes for the antenna. I don't know what they had, like a different bracket or a different antenna there, but that must be an updated version they put on it. Cracks in the paint. Looking over the front windshield, you can see windshield wiper marks. Might be able to clean up that windshield. You got a gap here on your seals. Pitting on the mirror. Seal looks good. And guys, if you've made it this far, you're doing good, because a lot of people, they'll watch the drive on these videos and then they just call and want to pay for the car and lie and say they did watch this part of the video and then get the car and say, well, I didn't know it was pitted there or scratched on the windshield or had bubbles in the drip rail. We've mentioned it millions of times. It's a little ding. Watch the chips, the scratches. The picking out the flaws segment is so important on this video. I read a review the other day that basically, it was the same person. I know who it was. No names, I'm not gonna say it, but it wasn't our fault. It was their fault. They didn't watch the whole video. I push this all the time. I push you to ask questions. I want you to be happy with your purchase. I don't want you to come in, or like a lot of people, look at the trim there sticking up. It needs to be bolted down. Like a lot of people, they'll actually go back and watch the video. I'll put it on hold for them until they get done doing the full entire video, going over everything, and then they'll call back and they'll either say I'm fine with it, or they'll say, oh yeah, you're right, I should have watched the whole thing. Especially if you're buying a car. Hey, you're spending thousands of your own hard money. Take the time. Well, chips. It saves both us and you a lot of time, guys. A little scuffs on the side. because we're not here repairing everything. That's not what we do. We go and find these old cars, and then we tell you what's wrong. A little hazy in the back. We show all this stuff. If it's got Bondo or something, I kind of mention an area that looks like it, or if it had like light cracks or scratches. Look how flat that is here. You can hear it. It's got a flat spot in the side of the car. Scuff. A little rust in this fender. Look at that. And Bondo here. It's the kind of stuff I want you to see. Because people that don't watch this stuff get the car and then blame us. That's definitely not the case. Little chips. Chips here. Hitting on the horse. Another flat spot there. It's like they waxed it and didn't get all of it off. Two different colors. Chips, and the lines are off. Look at that. Light pitting. Yeah, that's flat there. Chips up top here. It's going to peel. Touch up marks. Scratches. We also have a local shipping guy that can get stuff done pretty cheap if you are within, you know, a few hundred miles. Cracks here. I hear they're cracking down on shipping. We had a good company we was using there for a little bit. We still use them, but we have to be very picky on who shows up. Fitting here. Because I don't want your car to get damaged because of these guys. They were Russians or something. I don't know. They couldn't speak English, and I didn't even feel comfortable giving them the keys. We've actually told them no before. Not because they were Russian, because they didn't know how to drive. So we started using our local guys, or recommending more experienced drivers from that shipping company. We'll call them up. We know the guys personally that get them all dispatched out. So trim's a little high here as well, and the seal's all cracked up. You just see some haziness on this front windshield. Little pitting. Coming back over the top. Little overspray there. I'm getting off. Look. Just being careful. It doesn't matter. This one's not a perfect paint job, but that stuff would be nice to have off. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the trunk. Looking around in the jams. Getting around on the trunk lid itself. Very hard. So that seal probably needs to be replaced. You can hear it. Listen to it cracking. Needs a new seal. What about in our trunk here? Well, the mat looks dry. A little bit of moisture here though. Look at these patches. Lots of moisture. There's some Bondo. Look at that good stuff. What about this side? I know there is. They did pretty good on the outside, but I can see it there. There you go, patch and a fender. Looking around in the trunk. That looks pretty solid in the package tray. Thought I made a mess. I'm gonna shut it. It does shut good. And guys, this is my first time really taking a look at this car. I do this with every single car on the lot. Some people think I go over them prior. The only thing I go over is make sure the plug wires are on, the lug nuts are tight, and that I got a good strap on a battery. I don't want anything falling into my fan or my radiator. Got some bubbles here. And I want to make sure I got brakes, so sometimes I'll just pull them out of the spot and hit the brakes, and if they work, and I take off. Every single video, there's 4,500 different test drives on YouTube that I've made, and I've done them all the same way. I come at them just like with fresh eyes, and I make these videos live. Now, I'm not perfect, but I can show pretty much everything. And I guess I'm human too, so. This has been painted for sure. You see where it was green before, look at the bottom. And the jams. Back seat. Oh, fingers are stuck. Goodness. Missing the crank for that back window on both sides. Got some holes. There's a hole over there in the headliner. Scuff on the seat. The pedal needs a better return spring. It doesn't come back very fast on the clutch. Carpet in this one's older. It looks like it's been dyed. Wrinkles on the door. Missing a handle. There's your hole. This one here, to start up, obviously we want to make sure it's in neutral there. Starts up well. Some bolts. Got some random bolts in there right now. One up front missing too. A couple wires hanging there. Missing some bolts on this side. Been down with the hood. Real close here, it's making it chip. Scratch all the way across this hood. Down that way. Crack in the front. Chips. More of this paint that'll come off. Alright, now, if you've watched this whole video, you understand this car does need work. It's not perfect. That's why it's priced the way it is. But at least you made it to the end. You're doing better than, 50% of the people. I have to make them go back and watch the rest of the video before I take their money because they're like begging to pay for the cars without picking out the flaws. Don't be that guy. Guys, 100 detailed pictures also available. That's inside out and underneath, going over stuff. My uncle takes those, so it's another perspective. And he's actually been getting closer to 150 pictures now here lately. Just kind of going above and beyond. If you have any more questions, we'll come back out and send you more information. That's what we're here for. We're going to try to help you out the best we can. Check us out, maplemotors.com. Finance and shipping, detailed pictures, and I'll see you in the next video.